Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be talking about Zealandia. I heard about it first on a website called, Modern Met. They published a blog talking about how, well, basically they just showed a picture of a sunken continent, I guess, surrounding New Zealand today. So I got some information about it and got my ley line map all set up for it too, so you can take a look at that first, I guess. Or maybe I'll get into the slides a bit. Yeah, this New Zealand, or Zealandia continent is pretty huge. It's like, comparing it to Australia, it's like, it's not as big, but it's not far off. Let's see here. I guess I'll type a message in the chat here on YouTube just to test to make sure it's working. Lately I've been having better luck with it. See if I jinxed it or not. Alright, so I guess I'll bring up the Wikipedia page. Maybe I need to take a look at the information from that. Yeah, so here it talks about how it was a continent that broke off of Australia. I think it was about 60 to 85 million years ago. And they even talk about it separating from Antarctica too. It's pretty wild. I guess the conventional theory is that this happens really fast or really slow over millions of years. Maybe you can tell by the slip there, but I think it happened a little bit faster than they let on. There's been a bunch of ancient legends that talk about that too. Yeah, so if you want, I'll put the link to this in the description of the video. If you want to post what you think about Zealandia and if you think it split off fast or if it happened slowly, like the scientists believe. I guess there's probably scientists that believe both theories. Maybe some get more press than others. Oh yeah, here's a cool part. There's a pyramid that's the only part of the continent that's still above water. Oh, I guess other than New Zealand. And yeah, and they called it Baal's Pyramid. And I was thinking that was something to do with the Canaanites and Baal and stuff, but when I clicked here, I guess I'll show you. Yeah, it turns out that it was just one of the explorers happened to have that name. Who was it? Yeah, this guy here, Henry Baal. So he was involved in discovering it, I guess, or recording it. I guess you never really discover something. I guess you're really just recording it, right? There's always going to be people who have discovered it first. Unless you're Adam and Eve. Alright, so I guess back to New Zealand, or Zealandia. Yeah, it's kind of a neat theory too that they were saying that, what was it? That it sank after breaking away from Australia. But I was almost wondering if maybe the water levels had something to do with it. If the water was lower, maybe that's when it was exposed. Not necessarily that it sank just because it fell off. So I'll show you why. Next we'll take a look at that. Alright, so here what I have is the globe set up. Oh yeah, and there's the ball's pyramid if you want to see where it was on the globe. And just on the globe itself, you can sort of make out, I guess, where this continent is. Now I'll show you, they have an image. So that was one of the maps that they were showing what it looks like from the Modern Met website. And you can see that just from that and the yeah, even that and the picture of the ocean. It's like you can sort of see it just because the land itself is like, I guess since it's closer to the surface, they draw it lighter colored on the map. And if you look, even Australia would have a border around it. When there was less water, that was probably still exposed too. I don't think it fell off because it sank or anything, or sank because it fell off. Right, so what I did is I took Google Earth, and don't want to take too long, I'll show you a quick outline of where I put it on there. And basically what I did is I just traced around the edges of where it was darker and lighter. You get the shape similar to what they presented there on Wikipedia. I thought it was kind of neat too because I can put my ley line map on there to see what it looks like in comparison, in case anyone wants to check that out. Oh yeah, that's what it was. There was a couple people on my Facebook page saying that they wanted to see the ley lines and how it matched up, so here, I'll do it. Let's see. Blue, yellow, and red. Yeah, so as you may have guessed, that usually when it comes to the ley line patterns, that the gravity well centers or orbs or whatever you'd like to call them are usually close to where you see land masses form a circle around it, sort of like you see in the Gulf of Mexico. So that's a common feature you find with the gravity well orbs. Yeah, and you see it in a couple different places on the old continent, such as here and here. This one looks like it may have been at one point, but drifted a bit. Yeah, so that's what it looks like for the ley lines. And I guess I'll add a couple other neat field patterns I was showing with this continent. Let's see what else I got here. Gravity, magnetic field. There we go. Yeah, so here's what the Earth's magnetic field looks like. Comparison to where this continent was. And I like to take it and zoom it up so that it's the most modern version we have. That's what, year 2011, where the magnetic field was. So what I like to do is split up the magnetic field. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ah, here it is. So I was looking at this version of the magnetic field. You can see how it really lines up with the craters, or not craters, but ridges on the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, so some pretty cool features for this continent. Now I was wondering, wouldn't it be kind of a neat idea if scientists could find a way to freeze a whole bunch of ice somewhere on the planet so that all of a sudden the water level would be low enough and this continent would be huge again? Like, I guess New Zealand's pretty big, but wouldn't it be neat if it was that much bigger? That was the other thing they were saying about Ball's Pyramid. It's one of the only parts in this region that's still above land or above water. So wouldn't it be neat if there's Stonehenges or something built along the base of this and people just haven't checked because it's been submerged for so long? Alright, I guess magnetic field uses up quite a bit of resources on my computer. So maybe the other one I'll check is earthquakes. Yeah, so it looks like most of the continent would have been pretty stable for today's earthquake patterns. I bet you there were some patterns long ago though. Let's try that one. Yeah, still not too many. It's quite a stable continent. Alright, so I don't want to drag these episodes on too long. I'm going to try to make them shorter, maybe under half an hour for each topic from now on, just so I can get more finished in a day. I'll check, make sure I didn't get any viewers that had any questions. No, but the chat did work, so yeah, future shows. I even have Skype going now, so everyone, if you want to share these videos and join in the news broadcast to get your questions asked live on the show, just either type in the chat or even join in on Skype. So thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the information I presented on New Zealand. Not New Zealand, Zealandia. It's a really kind of a strange sounding continent. Yeah, I was always wondering too, if people from Zealandia would be Zealandians, and would people from Paris be parasites? You never know, right? Alright, thanks everyone. Sorry for the cheesy jokes, and hope no one in Paris found that too offensive. And take care, and yeah, I'll get some information about this coming up soon, hopefully. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'll do an episode on other sunken continents, so it seems like there's quite a few that you can see just on Google Maps. Alright everyone, have a good day and good night, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.